Hello and welcome to the first edition of the Funday podcast, the official podcast of the Wild Wild West Fantasy Baseball. Today, I am joined by a man who needs no introduction, the man, the myth, the legend, Alan Orms. Thanks for joining me, my friend. How are you today?
Doing great, Mike. Glad to be here, just another day in paradise, baby.
Happy to have you. Thanks for joining me. So this is the first episode of what I'll call the standing series, where we start at 12th place, work our way up the standings of last year. I'll interview every member of the league before our draft on March 25th.
Sounds like a great idea, honestly. I mean, obviously, first is the worst.
But before we get into baseball, start with a quick life update. We talk baseball every day, but I feel like we don't always know what's going on in each other's lives. So tell me, Alan, what's new?
Well, nothing much is new. Work is steady. Trying to put in as much as I can, trying to stack that cheese. Really not doing shit. Life is pretty boring right now. I mean, especially with the state of the world and all this crap going on, all this, coinky dinks and whatnot are happening in the political sphere of the planet, but nothing much to write home about. One interesting thing that did happen recently, we can get into this more in depth on another episode, or maybe even a stand-up special. I got suspended from work last week just for 2 days, just for an incident I had with a customer. So I think I might take that, what happened, and make that a stand-up special. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, fair enough. Sometimes no news is good news. Nothing crazy going on in life, so that's nothing crazy going on. That's all right. So before we get into some of our baseball questions, I want to take a quick word from Hydration. It's not just for kids. I'm happy to have them on board as a sponsor, and I look forward to some more Pedialyte Power Rankings coming from my friend Alan this year. All right, let's get into baseball. So you're first on this standing series for a reason. You fought hard with Chris Carlin until the very end, but ultimately you ended up in last place.
I blame you.
So
I blame you.
Tell me about that experience and what it's like to be a last place team.
Well, honestly, I'm pissed at you. You beat me. No, hold on. You let Carlin beat you the week before last, and then you had the audacity to tie me, putting me a half game into last. So, if anything, this is all on you. That's how I feel.
I will say it's a long season. 26 weeks? I don't think we can just look to the last two and blame me. But there was some tough draft picks that you had, and I don't know.
Yeah, I would take a step back there and say that my draft strategy was not flawed, but maybe my draft pick trading strategy was very flawed. I gave away a hefty amount of first, second, and third rounders just to get, three in a row in the fifth, 4 in a row in the seventh, and 5 in a row in the eighth, and that didn't pan out very well for me. I just got a bunch of Carlin clumps.
So what are you doing differently this year?
I think my approach this year is completely the opposite. I'm not trading anything. I'm not even going to touch it. I'm not going to try to get that guy at that pick because there's no telling what's going to happen in the draft.
Interesting. I don't know if anybody's ever gone with the no trade approach.
Yeah, I'm struggling here with all these notifications I'm getting every single day with the green check mark next to them. It's like, come on. these fools are playing devil's avocado with themselves and potentially fumbling the bag. I mean, we got Graham doing his version of the Carlin clump.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, the Graham grouping.
The Graham grouping, I like that. It's not much of a clump. He's kind of grouping it together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just seeing all these bad trades, and I'm just thinking to myself, thank God I'm not doing that. I'm glad to be not an idiot this time around. So
Yeah, it's better to make no deals than to make bad deals.
mm-hmm.
All right, I got a pretty serious question for you here. Kiss, marry with 3 other non-playoff members: Graham, Quentin, and Austin.
Kiss, marry, or fuck?
Kiss, marry, kill.
Oh, you got to cut out at that last one. So,
I mean, if you want to fuck one of them, just like you say so. Like,
he's been exposed. Well, who was it again? Between the 3 of who?
Quentin and Austin.
Quentin, Graham, and Austin. Sorry, you keep cutting out.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna kiss Q.
Hmm.
He's like, little guy, cute, cuddly. I think I'm gonna marry Graham, and I'm gonna definitely kill Austin.
I couldn't agree with you more there.
Mm-hmm.
Which one would you, since you brought that up?
You know what? I'm gonna throw a curveball in here. I'd rather watch them all fuck.
Okay. Yeah, that's a choice. All right, I got one more question for you. This is a Sneech submitted question.
Fuck the Sneeches.
So, okay. We went through an unprecedented situation this offseason where we changed the last place punishment for you. So I have to ask, do you think that we have set a precedent of backing out of punishments? This will be a recurring theme in future punishments?
That's a great question. As I mentioned before, we're still unsure as to what we are doing. I do think that I have a very good comedic routine. Well, not a big, long, drawn out Netflix special, but I think I do have a story to tell about what had happened at work a couple weeks ago and how I got suspended. I think it's pretty laughable. So honestly, we'll see. I think if I do not do the stand-up, there may be a potential changing in the tides, but I don't want to be that guy. I'd like to do the stand-up, but it's just a lot of stress, and anxiety is just thinking about it. Leading up to that moment where I made that video, it was just like all encompassing in my life. Like I couldn't shake the fucking thought of it. That being said, I'm feeling a lot better now that I've kind of not weaseled my way out of it, but have given myself the option to take a breather.
Well, we changed it for you, right? Like you don't have to do this anymore.
Yeah, I do get that, but at the end of the day, I feel like I have to do this. It's this weight hanging over my head still. Like I don't want to switch it up and like you said, set the precedent moving forward for the rest of the volumes to come. I don't know. We'll have to see. I have yet to decide on that exactly.
Well, I didn't ask that question like bully you into doing it. Like if you're not comfortable with it, I'm like, we talked about like the anxiety and stuff of it. Like we're not going to make you, like we can come up with like we had that other idea about the Girl Scout costume and stuff, just as or more entertaining for us. And if that's like easier on you mentally, like nobody's gonna like think less of you or anything. So like I wouldn't like we're not going to make other thing.
Right. I get that completely, and I appreciate it because it really is it's fucking crazy. That punishment is absolutely insane. Would you do it?
Oh, absolutely.
Bullshit.
But like I don't have that same like experience that you have. Like that's the difference. It's different for everybody. Like I just haven't had like a negative, like I don't like talking in front of groups, but like I don't have a PTSD kind of experience like you do.
Right. No, but to answer your question, I am concerned, honestly, being that guy, to have requested a punishment change. I fear, if it comes down to it and it's another bad punishment, someone might try to, have it changed again. So that being said, I do want to fucking do it. I want to do it. I don't want to be the reason why shit gets weird. Because this shit happened in one of my fantasy football groups, and the dude didn't do the punishment, or he quit halfway through, and the league kind of low key fell apart. So I don't want it to be like that. I don't want to end up like that. So we'll just have to stay tuned. I may make an announcement here. I'd like to do like something more along the lines of a bright sunny day. Like I need some sunlight. I'm tired of this gray bullshit. I can't even think about going out and standing up on the stage and then walk outside and it's fucking dark and depressing. That would be even worse. So we'll see. We've got 6 or 7 weeks to either do it or come up with something. So.
All right. Well, we'll be looking forward to that announcement where you make it, and whether we do something along that stand-up route or the Girl Scout route that we talked about, we'll get you. We'll embarrass you pretty good either way.
Yeah, I mean it's already embarrassing enough as is, fucking falling behind Carlin and being the only one behind Carlin. God fucking damn it.
Yeah. I can't imagine ever finishing behind him. That's tough.
Because it's never ending. I'm never gonna hear the end of it.
Until you put your name on the trophy again. Get your name back on the trophy, and it's all behind you.
That's the plan.
Cool. Well, Alan, thank you for your time today. I don't want to keep you too long. I want to keep these podcasts short and quick. So thank you for your time. Appreciate you being guinea pig on the first episode. Anything you want to say to the people before we sign off?
These nuts.
You heard it here first, folks. That's Alan Orms, your reigning last place. We'll be back soon for another episode with Chris Carlin.
Fuck that guy.